Right now at 6, a far-right state legislator joins the race to be Wisconsin's next governor. What his decision means for the Republican primary. And President Biden promises swift and severe punishments for Russia. We're going to have the latest on a possible invasion in Ukraine. And later, taking a plunge for a good cause. Why dozens of people jumped into the icy cold waters today in Cambridge. That's all coming up at 6. A state lawmaker and election conspiracy theorist being endorsed by former President Trump has officially joined the race to be the next governor of Wisconsin. State Rep Timothy Ramthun announced his decision for governor today in his hometown. Ramthun was joined by Mike Lindell, which is the MyPillow spokesman, who has made repeated false claims about the 2020 election right here in Wisconsin. A report in Rolling Stone last weekend broke the news that former President Trump had offered his endorsement to Ramthun. Political scientists say that this is Trump sending a message of an endorsement to a fringe lawmaker who has twice tried to illegally undo the 2020 election.
This is exactly the kind of candidate that Donald Trump has been endorsing around the country. He wants people who are fully on board with the conspiracy theory that the election was stolen. And if you're not 100% behind that, you won't get Trump's endorsement. And so this really does kind of shake things up.
Ramthun was recently disciplined by Assembly Speaker Robin Vos for lying. As a result, Vos is now facing opposition from conservative voters. Even as Vos and the Assembly, Republicans continue to lead their own investigation into the 2020 election. And with less than 9 months to go until Election Day, Ramthun joins a growing list of Republican candidates. Former Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Clayfish announced her run last year, while failed U.S. Senate candidate Kevin Nicholson also announced his bid. Wisconsin Democrats have responded, saying that Ramthun acts like a joke, but his threat to democracy is real. In a statement, the state party's chair called him the one truly unapologetically pro-Trump candidate in Wisconsin's governor race. He went on to call Ramthun too far right to even serve as a nominee. Switching gears now to continuing coverage tonight of the state Supreme Court's Dropbox decision. Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway is blasting the ruling and says the court is making two sets of rules for the same election cycle. The mayor says that the clerks across the state will now be forced to lock drop boxes and scramble to explain the new rules to voters. She says the court's decision won't only cause confusion, it will now lead more harm to disabled voters. In yesterday's court ruling, a divided court denied a request from the Elections Commission to keep the drop boxes in place through the April 5th election. The court also ruled that only the voter will now be allowed to return an absentee ballot. Okay, let's switch things to weather now. Here's a live look outside. It was sunny and cold outside today, and it looks like more of the same tomorrow. Let's get a look now at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Austin Kopnitsky.
And that's exactly right. The cold is going to stick around here for the weekend, but overnight tonight, we're actually not going to see the clear skies sticking around. Mostly cloudy skies have moved into the area, and there is going to be a potential to see a flurry or two in the overnight hours. Right now, it's 13 degrees. We're going to get right around 0 here to start out our Sunday morning. But then for our Sunday, just like Brad mentioned, sunshine will be back. We're going to see partly sunny skies taking back over. Now, taking a peek at some of our temperatures, 9 degrees in Wisconsin Dells right now, just 8 in Camp Douglas. Here in Madison, it's one of our warmer communities at 13. Janesville locked in at 18. Now, our Doppler track currently does look pretty good. Again, there is going to be a potential to see a few flurries, especially late in the overnight hours, well after midnight, and that's not going to amount to much in terms of any accumulation. So we're not looking at accumulation for tonight. Just a chance to see a few flakes if you're out either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. But boy, is it going to be cold, a low of 0 degrees. We also do have an alert day in the forecast for Thursday. We're still watching a potential for a winter storm to move through the area, but there have also been some significant changes to the forecast. So make sure you stay tuned. I'll have all the details and the latest look at that alert day coming up a little bit later on.
Thanks so much, Austin. This was a scary scene overnight in the town of Dunn. 5 vehicles inside a garage as well as a shed were on fire. Crews from Oregon and other nearby agencies put out the fire, but the back of the home did suffer some damage. All of the people inside got out of the house safely. The damage is estimated at about $150,000. In more local news tonight, police are looking for a man who allegedly shot at a car on Park Street. This happened last night after the cars got off the Beltline. Officers say a victim and the suspect had words with one another at an intersection, and then the suspect shot at the car 3 times. MPD says that no one was hurt. And Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes says his top priority over the next year is tackling gun violence. We got a chance to speak with Barnes yesterday as he marks 1 year as the city's top cop. Barnes says that he also wants to return the department to a nationally recognized agency through a model he developed right here.
I want to really dig deeper into problem-oriented policing. We've restructured some of our community policing teams to have actually three teams that are going to be working on specific crime problems, neighborhood problems, disorder problems.
You can find more on our conversation with Chief Barnes on our website, channel3000.com. The Dane County Sheriff is planning to hold a news conference on Monday to talk about the jail consolidation project. Sheriff Calvin Barrett will be joined by the Dane County District Attorney and community members. The County Board of Supervisors rejected a lower cost plan for the project last Monday. The project would replace the outdated cell blocks in the City County Jail and replace the Ferris Huber Center, among a host of other things. And you can be sure to find the full coverage of the Sheriff's News Conference by downloading our Channel 3000 News app. It's on the App Store. Widespread human suffering. That's what President Biden told Vladimir Putin would happen if Russia chooses to invade Ukraine. Biden and Putin spoke for about an hour this morning. CBS News' Michael George has more.
As Ukrainians protest in the streets of Kiev, the U.S. is removing staff from its embassy there as the threat of a Russian invasion ramps up. During an hour-long call Saturday, President Biden warned Russian President Vladimir Putin that the U.S. would respond decisively, imposing swift and severe costs on Russia if it attacks Ukraine. The White House said in a statement the president was clear that the U.S. and its allies remain prepared to engage in diplomacy, but are equally prepared for other scenarios. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan says U.S. intelligence shows that an invasion could begin within days and before the Winter Olympics in Beijing end February 20th.
If you look at the disposition of forces in both Belarus and in Russia on the other side of the Ukrainian border, from the north, from the east, the Russians are in a position to be able to mount a major military action in Ukraine any day now.
American officials estimate about 80% of the forces Russia will need to launch a full-scale invasion are in place, and the rest are en route. Ukraine's president says his country is on edge.
The best friend for enemies, that is panic in our country. And all this information that helps only for panic doesn't help us.
Ukraine is holding military drills just miles from its border with Crimea, which Russia took control from Ukraine in 2014. Michael George, CBS News.
CBS News says President Biden and Ukraine's president are expected to speak sometime this weekend. The border blockage in Canada is starting to ease. You're seeing video from when police showed up this morning, convincing demonstrators to move trucks out of the way. But protesters are still blocking access to a busy crossing between the U.S.-Canada border near Detroit. The group is protesting Canada's new COVID mandates, which require truckers traveling across the border to get vaccinated. Okay, still ahead at 6, we are previewing tomorrow's episode of For the Record and what you need to know if you don't feel like going on vacation but want to plan a trip away. And new tonight on News 3 Now at 10, why COVID vaccines took center stage at a downtown theater this afternoon. That's coming up tonight at 10.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. It's the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure. And trust your heart to Entresto.
This is the Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic, and it responds to snoring automatically. So no more nudging your partner or opting for the couch. Because the Tempur Ergo Smart Base is our first system that detects snoring and automatically adjusts to help reduce it. Your best sleep, all night, every night.
And right now, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. And get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back, everyone. The second Saturday of every February marks a special occasion for the Cambridge community. It's the annual Dip for Dozier Ice Plunge held at Ripley Park. Participants jump into the icy lake to celebrate the life of Dustin Dozier Zulsdorf, who died in a crash in 2004. This was the first time since COVID-19 that the community was able to celebrate together.
Yeah, the virtual event was okay, but it doesn't take the place of everybody getting together and just enjoying, Dozier's friends coming back home. So we're really glad to be able to do it again this year in person and just to see everybody.
Community members were able to take the plunge themselves, enjoy a hot beverage, or try their hand at turkey bowling. The annual event has raised nearly $200,000 over 17 years, drawing in crowds from all around the country. All proceeds from the event go to the Dozier Football Scholarship Program to support Cambridge High School football players. New tonight, Travel Wisconsin called 2021 a bounce-back year for state tourism, but as expected, 2022 is off to a slow start. The first few months of the year are usually the slowest at local hotels, but as Christina Laurie explains, many have come and they're trying to find a way to turn that around.
The dictionary defines staycation as a vacation spent at home or nearby. And that's what Destination Madison is encouraging everyone take during the dog days of winter. In hopes of boosting business at local hotels, the tourism company is marketing Madison Minications, short trips to promote small businesses. From now through February 22nd, 16 hotels are offering discounted rates, up to 40% off, as well as special perks like free breakfast, gift cards, and drinks. Destination Madison has also devised mini itineraries of what to do and see unique to each hotel, highlighting hidden gems in our own backyard. In Madison, Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
And coming up on News 3 Now at 6, do you have everything that you need for the next big winter storm? Consumer Reports has some advice. Plus, more chances for flurries to close out the weekend. Austin's got your forecast after the break.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside, but if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on inside. It's true. If you have diabetes, you know high blood sugar is the root of the problem. But that excess sugar can cause the blood vessels to be seriously damaged. And when that happens, this could happen: vision loss or even blindness. That's right. Diabetic retinopathy is a leading cause of blindness for adults in the U.S. But even though you can't see it, there is something you can do about it. Remember this: now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is an incredibly important part of your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments a retina specialist can provide that may help your eyes and protect against vision loss. Just say to yourself, "Now I see." Then go see an eye care specialist. Visit nowic.com to get the facts about diabetes, your eyes, and what you can do next to take charge of your sight. Brought to you by Regeneron.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Well, they're iced up in the winter, they're foggy in the summer. Chips, cracks, and sags can be quite a bummer. If you're not sure, then look for these clues, cause you may suffer from the vinyl window blues.
I'm Scott, the window guy from AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our windows don't ice up, fog, chip, crack, or sag because we use a solid core composite frame that's 400% stronger than vinyl.
Get $225 off per window at scottthewindowguy.com.
Celebrate a better night's sleep and save during the President's Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. Or save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup. Or check out the Summit Firm for only $249.99. Plus, 7 years no-interest financing and free shipping. The President's Day Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Watching News 3 Now at 6.
Applications are now open for the DNR's Voluntary Public Access and Habitat Incentive Program. The program gives private landowners the opportunity to open their land to the public for access for a variety of activities, including fishing, hiking, and bird watching. The landowners also receive money to improve their property. The program's coordinator says, really, it's just a win-win for everyone involved.
There have been a couple instances where landowners weren't sure at first, but we generally reach out and talk to them and try to resolve the issue. But as a whole, it's not been an issue before. And these lands, like I said, they tend to be very large-scale acres, so there's room for everyone, and there's generally not problems with the neighbors.
But there are some landowners who have reservations about signing up for the program. You can learn more tomorrow morning on For the Record. All right, what do you have at home for your next winter storm? Hot cocoa, a blanket, or a good book? Yes, that's all important, but Consumer Reports says it's also important to have a couple of practical tools beyond just your snow shovel to help you weather the next winter storm.
The time to shop for a storm emergency is not right before it hits. Some simple planning can keep you and your family safe, and Consumer Reports can help with this winter storm checklist. Safety first. When the power goes out, we're often stumbling in the dark looking for candles for light and generators or space heaters for comfort. But used improperly, all of those can be dangerous, sometimes with fatal consequences. Working smoke and carbon monoxide alarms installed on each floor are a must. Use fresh batteries twice a year and consider buying fire extinguishers if you don't already have them. If power outages are frequent, you might already have or are thinking about a generator. A home standby generator must be connected by an electrician. It can run nearly everything inside and almost make you forget there's a storm outside. Consumer Reports home editor Paul Hope relies on a portable generator to keep essential things going, like lights, computers, the fridge, and some space heaters.
Never use a generator in an enclosed space like a garage. Always use it outdoors, at least 20 feet from the house, with the exhaust directed away from any windows or doors.
CR advises buying the smallest generator to fit your needs, so it will use less gas to keep it running. Make sure to buy a model with an emergency carbon monoxide shutoff. A good space heater will let you hunker down in a single room and stay warm. Never put a space heater in a child's room. To prevent a fire, buy one with safety switches that automatically shut the heater off if it's knocked over or overheats.
Always make sure to keep space heaters at least 3 feet away from other furniture, curtains, or anything else combustible. And remember to plug them directly into an outlet. Power strips and extension cords can both pose a fire hazard.
Check. Remember, safety first, cocoa and movies later. This is Luz Montez.
And you can find more tips and tools the experts recommend on Consumer Reports' website. Some of the Midwest's best freestyle snowboarders and skiers are on Lake Mendota this weekend. It's UW-Madison's Winter Carnival. This afternoon is the festival's Rail Jam. It's hosted by UW's Hoofer Ski Board and Snowboard Club. The 6-day carnival wraps up tonight with a concert inside the Memorial Union. Austin, you going to go out there and join them for that?
You know, I can ski. I can't really snowboard myself, but you're also not going to see me catching air or doing flips or anything like that. I can get down a hill, and that's about all I can do with the skis. Live look outside does look pretty nice right now, and later on tonight, we're still going to see the mostly cloudy skies, but just that slim chance to see a few flurries. Now, highs are going to stay in the teens for this weekend. Low temperatures for tomorrow, right around 0, so it is going to stay cold throughout the weekend. But we're going to see a mild Monday all the way through Wednesday. Wednesday's high temperatures even expected to be in the 40s as of right now, but we're also looking at some rain showers on Wednesday. But how about some snowfall midweek? We still do have that alert day in the forecast for Thursday, but we're also watching out for a few changes. Now, as of right now, things are looking great on our Doppler track. Later on in the overnight hours, especially after midnight, even a few hours after midnight, that's our best shot to see a flurry or so passing through, but that shouldn't lead to any accumulation here for the overnight hours tonight. Future track does show it generally staying quite dry. Temperatures only remaining in the teens for tomorrow afternoon, but then in the overnight hours into early Monday morning, another round of a few potential lighter snow showers. We may see a 1/10 of an inch of snow or so, but that's really just about it here for this weekend snowfall. But our next chance for some snow is really still looking to be on Thursday. Wednesday night and Thursday, we still do have that alert day in the forecast. A potential for some winter storms, snow and or ice accumulation still looking possible as of right now, but we have seen changes to the forecast, and I'm going to show you a few of our models that we're really locking into right now. First one, still showing that rainfall here on Wednesday, starting to pick up, especially towards the afternoon hours. As we see the cooler temperatures move through, we'll see a transition over to some snow here on Wednesday night and possibly into early Thursday morning. But this model now has this exiting the area pretty quickly on Thursday morning. If that's the case, this is showing it shifting down to the south. That would significantly reduce our local snowfall here. And let me show you another model. This is actually our European model, which is a little bit more accurate this far out. And we are seeing that snowfall a little bit earlier, but also the entire system is expected to be a little bit farther to the south, which would mean on Thursday, we could stay completely dry here if these models do hold. Now, this is a new recent trend here, especially over these next 12 and 24 hours. So we still do have that in the forecast, because just as easily as that shifted down to the south over the last 12 to 24 hours, well, it could come right back up to the north. So we still do have that chance in there. For Thursday, we're watching out for it. The latest models really do reduce our chance to see some significant snowfall here, but we're still watching out for it. I got to quote Dumb and Dumber again, you know? So you're saying there's a chance. We could still see some significant snowfall with this. Latest models aren't too excited about it, but if we see it shifting back up to the north, it'll be right back on track.
I like that. Way to throw in a little Dumb and Dumber. I love that. Anytime you can. All right.
Right.
Thanks so much, Austin. Wisconsin returns home for a Big Ten battle, and it was a full 40-minute fist fight at the Kohl Center. We're going to have all the highlights from the Badgers Showdown with Rutgers coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salonpas.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
First psoriasis, then psoriatic arthritis.
Even walking was tough.
I had to do something. I started Cosentix.
Cosentix can help you move, look, and feel better by treating the multiple symptoms of psoriatic arthritis. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections, some serious, and the lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Tell your doctor if your Crohn's disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
Watch me.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentix.
Ahead of the big game, we'll have everything you need to know about Super Bowl Sunday, from food prices to game predictions.
And expect another cold blast ahead of some warmer air coming into next week. We'll have your full forecast coming up tomorrow morning from 6:30 to 8.
The regular season finish line is in sight, and the Badger men's basketball team knows how much these games matter, whether they are against ranked or non-ranked opponents. And that's why they're taking it one game at a time, one day at a time. Wisconsin and Rutgers meeting for the first time this season. And as Greg Gard says, the Scarlet Knights, they just set the tone early. Tyler Wall helping his team play catch-up. He had 16 points in the first half, but still Rutgers leads at the break. Now, just when the Badgers look like they got it figured out in the second half, some costly mistakes, especially turnovers, allowed the Scarlet Knights to capitalize from distance and down low. Rutgers wins their first matchup at UW 73-65, also marking their third straight dub over a ranked opponent, as Wall finishes with a career-high 23 points.
The start of the game, specifically defensively, that we gave them way too much confidence. Any mistake we made, they made us pay for, and that's what good teams do. To have 9 turnovers is, you can't do that. You can't do that against good teams. It's the highest percentage turnover rate of half we've had all year. So we got to learn from it, get better.
Final regular season home game for the Wisconsin women's hockey team, and they made sure to open up the series of Minnesota State on the right note Friday night. Coming off a 5-2 win, the Badgers and Mavericks met for the series finale, but unlike game 1, scoreless into the second period. This time it's McKenna Webster, though. She's leading the charge, lights the lamp early into the period. That sparks a 4-goal outing for the Badgers. Darryl Watts, Delaney Drake, and Casey O'Brien are all in on the scoring. UW rounds out their last regular season home series with a sweep of Minnesota State, also earning a 7-2 win on Senior Day. Brad?
And take a look at this. The NFL put on a pretty cool light show last night in Los Angeles. 500 drones formed out the outlines of the Lombardi Trophy and the NFL Shield and the logos of both teams that are facing off tomorrow.
I've always wondered what happens if you're not looking at those drone shows straight on. You see them from an angle. Yeah. Does it still look good, or?
I can't understand drones in general. They're so advanced. I'm not very smart, so I get it.
Yeah, right. You're right. That's a little bit more pay grade than what we both get there, and I don't think we're smart enough for that there, But
you do know the weather.
I do, and we've really seen some changes with this forecast, especially towards the middle and late portion of this next week. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies and a slim chance to see a few flurries here and there. But right now, the latest on that alert day on Thursday, the significant snow chance is dropping. But again, we could see that bouncing right back up to the north, and that could increase our snow totals again. So we're going to keep a close eye on that alert day for Thursday.
All right, folks, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you later on at 10.